welcome back to part two. If it's your first time on the channel, my name is Ryan. I'm a full-time reseller on sites like eBay and Poshmark. And this part two is everything I picked up on my Denver trip that was from thrift stores. So we only got 3 bags, but we'll take them inside and we'll go through them and I'll show you guys what I got. I'm going to do this video kind of like I did last time. I'm going to show pieces. I might not go over every detail. I know my box light's kind of in the way. I just ordered some new ones that were recommended from Cougar's Corner. They were in packs of 3 and I ordered 2 sets of them, so 6. At my warehouse, when we move in next week, I'm going to kind of change things up for my photo station. I'm going to probably have 2 photo stations at my warehouse is my plan. So I'm excited for it, but I move in technically on Wednesday, but I probably really won't move in fully till the weekend. That's my kind of plan for next week. So I'm just gonna kind of roll through these. The prices were fairly about the same from Tulsa. I was actually pretty shocked with that. So first thing up were these Eddie Bauer First Ascent, which you can tell by that little logo there. These were actually fleece lined. I did pay $9 for them, but you know what? It's a little more. I usually pay about $6.99 for my area. The next thing up was this Miami Dolphins. It was discounted, I believe. And it's just, this is what I got when I went to the bins there. So it's just $47. I got this at their Goodwill outlet. This must be some of the outlet stuff. I kind of mixed some stuff up. Okay, this is like heavy duty. I got these at Art and picked them up for $11.99. This is Patagonia, but it's like a heavy duty, like really heavy duty. So, and they were double kneed too. So I was like, oh yeah, we're getting those. I got a lot of Ariat Pro Series. These were $7.99. I kind of wish I would have went, because I went on Friday. I wish I would have done Saturday because apparently it's half off there. Kind of like how Salvation Army is a lot of places. But since I wanted to spend time with family, I did not go on Saturday. So I went on Friday. Next thing, this was also at Art. I think this was on sale, but this was Travis Matthew XL. I don't pick up a lot of Travis Matthew anymore unless it's got a great print or a great golf club. I do not really pick up the plain stuff unless I get it at the Goodwill outlet and my buy cost is like $1 or $2. Next thing up, Cricket. It's kind of slowed down a little bit for me, but this was a quarter zip. Living kind of close to Texas, I do sell a fair amount of Cricket. It's an Austin-based company. Next thing up, I found a Robert Graham, which was pretty cool. It's a quarter zip. I'm probably not going to go over all these prices because the price tags are just like, sometimes they're on the sleeve, sometimes they're up by the collar. It just kind of all varies. Next thing, some Flint and Tinder. I got these out of Goodwill. Paid $9 for them. Actually, I think these were on sale. I think these were on the 10% off sale. It was kind of cool. Their Goodwills had a 10% off and then I can't remember if it was 50 or a 40% off sale. But I thought that was cool that they used 2 different colors of a week compared to like ours. It's just one color of the week and it goes half off and then there's $1 day. Next thing up was this Brooks Brother 5XL. It's a big boy size, nice long sleeve. I know we're kind of out of that weather, but hey, it'll sell. It might have to sit on it for a little bit. I don't know about anyone else, but allergies are killing me. I feel like I got a little cotton ball up my nose that was floating around. Here's another Cricket. This is a long sleeve. Once again, we're kind of out of that weather, but I do fairly okay with Cricket. It just kind of depends on the season. Next thing, this was a Harley Davidson, just long sleeve. Had the nice back hit, embroidered. I think a lot of these shirts, yes, $7.99. Next thing, straight down. This was like a camo print. Straight down really hasn't hit off yet. I recognize this logo. It's like two hummingbirds. I've sold it before, but I can't remember what golf club it is, so I'll have to look at my past sold history and just type in like hummingbird, because I know I've sold it before. Oh, this one was actually either 40% off or half off. I think it might have been half off. So originally it was $7.99, so I got it for, let's just say, $4. Next thing up, Roan. Roan is a great company I love picking up. I was talking to my uncle, and he says he actually invests into Roan, which I was like, oh, that's cool. I was kind of shocked when I got his clothes. If you hadn't watched part one, watch part one, and that's everything I got from my aunt and uncle. This is part two, where everything I'm getting from a thrift store. But I was surprised his whole closet wasn't full of Roan. I only got a couple pieces. Or maybe that's what he's keeping. Maybe he's keeping all his Roan stuff and giving me the other stuff. I don't know. Tommy Bahama, this Veracruz, I go over this a lot, that I don't really pick up too much regular Tommy Bahama unless it's like at the bins or something, where my buy cost is $1. If it is Tommy Bahama with something else, then I usually pick it up. Rod and gun, it's kind of a hit or miss. I think a lot of it just depends on the pattern. This was a linen blend, so that's one reason I also picked it up. We're kind of in that linen season. Here's another Tommy Bahama. This is the St. Lucia stretch. Once again, Tommy Bahama with something else and a good print. I also pick up Tommy Bahama just with a good print. That's, just Tommy Bahama, not another name. Next thing, I did pay up for this, but I was like, why not? I'm getting free stuff on this trip. This is a Colorado Rockies, probably one of the worst teams as of recording this video in baseball. But it's a nice long sleeve, full zip, and 2XL, so good size. I paid, man, what did I pay for this? I paid a good amount, $15 for that. I don't know if it was worth it, but why not? This is G4. I don't find much I think I've only found like 5 pieces of G4, so this is G4. And it was on sale half off for only $2. Next thing up, Lululemon shorts. I did find a fair amount of Lululemon shorts while I was there. They all had the back part of the tag missing, but that's okay. Got these at the Goodwill bin. These were, it says Boy Scouts, but I thought it was really cool because it had this like tie. So I love finding outdoorsy kind of things. This was also button fly, if you can see there. I didn't even look them up. Like I said, I found them at the Goodwill bins. My buy cost was probably like $2, so I was like, it's worth it to me. I love outdoor stuff because that's just what I specialize in. So I was talking to another reseller, and I even told him, like, if you were to try to sell this, you might not sell it. But for me, I might sell it because I honestly do have repeat customers, and they'll buy kind of similar things. So, or they'll bulk it. They'll bulk a bunch of outdoor stuff for not just them, but like the wife, kids, or even if it's the wife or partner, it's pretty cool. They'll buy for the whole family. Or even, I had someone message the other day, they were buying something for their mom. So here are some Paige. I did not know that Paige made men's pants. These are women's. I don't see a tag on that. Mostly got that at the Goodwill bins. I can find Paige usually at the Goodwill bins. Madewell, once again, another one of those brands I really don't pick up unless I get it at the Goodwill bins. Really, a lot of women's pants I don't pick up unless it's Ariat or Mother or brands like that. Otherwise, those I will pick up and pay full price, but a lot of women's pants I don't. That's just me. And usually when I do pick up women's pants, I look for that heavy embroidery that's mainly on Western wear. These are just Gap. These are actually women, but they're baggy cargo, like baggy. I was like, okay, someone's styling. Next thing up, these just look like brand new. These were called Ben Davis. I've never heard of them. I think it's kind of more like a hip hop-ish brand. And this is kind of for a big boy. Some jeans, shorts. And I was like, oh yeah, those are just styling. Next thing up, this was a 501 made in USA. So vintage. The tag on the inside is missing, but I'm going to say most likely 90s. From the looks of them, they don't look like the Y2K ones. So I'm going to honestly put 90s just because of how the tag looks. If I'm wrong, let me know, because this is all I'm going off of. And you might not be able to see it on the camera, but it does say made in USA right there. I'm going to assume 90s, but they look in good shape besides the inside tag missing. And I picked those up for $9. Next thing up, Carhartt. These were made in USA, union made. Over on my Facebook page, I did kind of make a little short video of this thrift haul. So if you want to check that out, check me out on Facebook as well. These are Carhartt. I don't really pick up a lot of Carhartt pants unless it's at the Goodwill bins, but these were made in USA, union made. That's one bag down. Next bag up. Don't follow me. This was a Tommy Bahama Sarasota stretch. Once again, Tommy Bahama with another name. This was a 4XLB, so kind of a bigger size, which always does great in Tommy Bahama. I don't really do too well with the small and medium, but sometimes if it's for the right price, I will pick it up. Another Ariat Pro. You're going to kind of see a common theme of what I picked up. It's pretty the same stuff over and over, rinse and repeat. This is my niche. It might not be for everyone, but this is what I do. This is Pendleton Mason. I was kind of going back and forth if I wanted to pick it up. Mason's not a really popular Pendleton because it's modern, and two, it's made of cotton instead of wool. Here is a Nike on-field Jacksonville Jaguars hoodie. They had a really good run last year, so I'm hoping maybe that sells pretty fast once we get kind of to July, August, people getting ready for football season. Here's another Ariat Pro. Like I said, I picked up a lot of these, and I really wish I could have just went back to ARC on that next day and try to hit them. Here's another Ariat, because I paid $7.99 a piece, so $8 a piece on these, and I will only sell them for about $24 a piece. Here's another Ariat Pro. I really like to keep my costs down on that, but I'm hoping someone bundles it and then it kind of saves on shipping. If you can save on shipping, because I know how like eBay, you get charged, when you sell something, the price of shipping, you get charged kind of for that. So keep that in mind. And what I mean by that is they take when they take the percentage off of your sale, it's not just the cost of the item, it's cost of the item, the shipping, the taxes on it. So, it adds up. Nike team, this is for Minnesota Vikings. And got a nice little hit on the back. I think this might be kids. No, it's medium. Men's medium. I got that at ARC. I remember talking to the cashier. FootJoy. Just some FootJoy pants. They don't go for a whole lot, but I just had someone today, they bought 2 pairs over on Poshmark. I love Poshmark because I sell a lot of bundles on there. Here, just some Lululemon pants. How I always look for it is you look for this little shiny part, you flip it over, and see if you can see the Lululemon logo. You're going to get confused with Kirkland and what's the other one? Not Bayleaf. It is... What is it? I can't even think of it. There's another company, Crazy Yoga. I get it confused with Crazy Yoga as well. Here's Untuck It. Untuck It, It's kind of slow on eBay for me, but it sells on Poshmark. This was Southern Tide, the Intercoastal. It's not a burr, but it's okay. Intercoastal does okay. I do have to sit on the older sizes a lot, but yeah. Johnny O. Like I said, I'm not probably going over a lot of these prices. This was $8.99. Actually, that was on sale. That's why I picked that up. This was Lululemon for $8. It is a quarter zip Lululemon. Mitten in Maine. Kind of a not the best size because this is a small trim, but it was made in USA. Good print, just looked nice. Next thing up, some Lululemon pants. One problem I'm having right now, not on these, but you really got to watch this rear end part on the seam because it seems to tear. I have 2 pairs currently that I'm trying to work on fabrics, so they're kind of like test dummies. I think I got them for like $1 at my local forever ago. So I get them cheap so I can test sewing materials, because the better you can kind of get, the faster you can get at like projects, because I like to play around with projects here and there. Here's a Patagonia. Like I said, for me, I do a lot of outdoor and Western, and obviously some kind of like preppy kind of things as well. I really like brands that for people that touch grass. Here's another Untuck It. I don't know how many people are touching grass with Untuck It, but I personally like wearing Untuck It. I think it's great for men. Here is another G4. This is for, it does have an embroider for the Ravina. That's, I don't want to give too, I guess I can say it because he's about to move. But that's currently where my uncle is living, right on that golf course. My aunt and uncle. So this was at the bins. I got this Reebok Denver Bronco equipment, just like a windbreaker. Thought that was cool, and at the bins, why not? Here is a Chubbies, nice, just all over print, bright, colorful. I love things that are bright and colorful. Next thing, this is Red Vanley. This is what that looks like. Red Vanley, they do all right. Man, I was in Oklahoma City and I found like, I swear, like 15 Red Vanleys, and I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but they all had like an embroider for a company, and it wasn't like some subtle, you know, it was like a loud logo, and I was kind of like this shirt, like loud. Tommy Bahama, once again, you know, this is just got a great print. It's pineapples and stuff. That's the only reason, and it's a 2XL. I'm not picking up plain Tommy Bahama. Oh, this makes me sad. This is Nike. This is for the Red Sox, Mookie Betts. Our modern day Babe Ruth, where he's a trader. Go for the money. Whatever. That's my opinion. I still like him. I got a Funko Pop of him right up there. Oh, when Funkos were great. Here's Patagonia. Just short sleeve. Nothing fancy on that. I think it was on sale. This is, I've never seen this before. This was Panhandle Slim. I know that brand, but this is Ranch in Town. It was made in USA. And I was like, okay, usually made in USA and a name with something else usually is something. Unfortunately, I didn't even look it up. But once again, I love getting Western wear. So I picked it up. Here's a Nike Colorado Rockies. It was on sale. So why not? Here we go. Tommy Bahama. Nice all over print. 2XL. That's why we're picking that up. And, oh my goodness. The last bag. Thank goodness. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you so much. If you could, go ahead and like that. Hit the like button. Comment something below of how your Easter weekend was going, or if maybe you got a trip coming up. I'm going to show this before the bag. This was my favorite find. It was a Denver Broncos championship hat from the Super Bowl when they were in San Diego. Brand new with tags. I thought that was awesome. Another cool find, these were lacrosse boots. I paid $20 for these. But besides some dirt, they are in excellent condition. I was seeing some used comps for around, I think, $120. So I'm okay with that. If I get 80 out of it, I'm happy. Next thing up, this was made in Switzerland. This is a Zegna. So I don't know if I'll pick up. I don't really know what all picks up. This is the only blazer I actually picked up on my trip. But I picked it up for $7. $7 for a Zegna. Why not? Great condition too. Here is some Levi's 513. These were black. Actually, these are gonna be for me because I pick up Levi's I can find in my size. Because I like Levi's, that's just me. Another pair of Lululemon shorts. These are kind of small. Another pair of Lululemon shorts. And the shorts I paid, what, around $5. This is Johnny O 2XL lightweight. And Johnny O. I feel like Johnny O is kind of a hit or miss. Sometimes it does good for me and sells fast, and sometimes it does not. Here's just cool. You can always tell because of that logo. Yeah, nothing too crazy about it. It is cool though. Next thing up is some Carhartt. Why did I pick these up? Oh, because they're flame resistant and they were on sale. So I only paid $7 for them. So Carhartt flame resistant pants. They still don't go for a whole lot, and honestly $7 is probably too much to be paying. This is Goosh. Goosh, I don't know how to really pronounce it. I've sold it before. It is kind of a vintage brand. I think it's from France or something, but this is made in China, but I think that's like a French brand. This is a linen silk blend, so we're kind of in that season, and it was cheap. Don't pick stuff up just because it's cheap. Remember that. This is Tommy Bahama Disney collab. It's got this nice embroidered Mickey Mouse on the back, but it did have some glittery pit stains I gotta wash, but it shouldn't come out pretty easy. Sims, I did find some Sims while it was there. Sims is a great fly fishing company. They make, think of Columbia, but better. Columbia I don't really pick up. It's just so oversaturated and people won't pay a lot for it. Unless it's brand new with tags. I just sold one yesterday. Ariat Pro, once again. I found a lot of it. Like I said, it doesn't go for a whole lot, but it's nice bread and butter if you can afford it. Mavi jeans. I seem to do pretty good with the jeans. The regular pants, sometimes they go fast. I think it's all on size. This is Adidas. It is for the Kansas City Sporting, their soccer team. This was on like a 50% off sale. Let's see. This was Peter Millar XL, nice quarter zip. This might look good on me. I don't know. No, you can't keep everything, Ryan. You can't keep everything. I had to look this brand up, but Hill City, it actually did all right, and it was 50% off. So, what was I paying? $4 a piece for them. And that was a 2XL. Here's another Hill City quarter zip for $4. Never heard of it. Sims, once again, fly fishing. This is a short sleeve though. Here is Legends. So there's Legends and then there's Legend. This is Legends. This is what you want to look for. You do not want the legend that has a 3. If it shows like the E and it looks like a 3, you do not want that. This is the one you want. Here are some swim trunks by Legends. Keep that in mind. Some Chubbies, just plain swim trunks. Chubbies a great swim trunk company. Here's some more Chubbies. Yeah, these are big boys. These are 3XL. Oh, remember when you are testing your swim trunks, listen for that elastic to make sure it's not all worn out and crackling, because that's no good. Cinch. I found these, like, this was at the first ARC store I went to, and as soon as I walked to the men's, I seen this sticking out, brand new with tags, Cinch. I did pay $15 for it, but brand new with tags, Cinch, why not? Next thing, Mitten in Maine. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but they're very like stretchy, and they do all right. Here was some cool pants. I think she charged me, there was no tag on them, so the cashier just charged me $7, I believe. Which I'm cool with that. That's usually what I pay. Next thing, this was a Orvis. I pick up Orvis, but not a whole lot, but this is the Trout Bum. So once again, something with something else. Alright, some Peter Millar pants. So nothing crazy, but hey, Peter Millar pants. Only pay $8 for those. And it looks like this is the last item. Some Eddie Bauer First Ascent pants. So that is everything I picked up while I was on my trip in Colorado. If you like this video, once again, please give it a like. Please comment something below. I appreciate you guys so much for sticking around this far. This is everything I picked up, and this is kind of what I model my business on. If you found this thing useful, you know, let me know. If it was not useful, or maybe you seen something like, I don't think, like that might be a bad buy. It might make me look at it and try to pay attention, like maybe I shouldn't pick that up anymore. I'm still learning. I'm not an expert. I'm not going to say I'm an expert. This is just what's working for me. So I enjoy it. So I have some pictures I got to take. Also, it is my youngest kid's birthday. He's 7. So I actually have to get ready to go pick him up here shortly. And so we'll catch everyone later. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Bye.